when they call you Bon Quisha.
Can I see that picture again? Can I see that picture again?
I still have it up.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. All right.
I still have it up.
Because she's a nurse. She's a
Like
nurse
a Bon
aide.
Quisha?
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, this is what I'm saying, though. This is what I'm saying, though. So white people, unfortunately, that are ignorant, which is also something that needs to be addressed, right? Don't give them more to talk about.
She's in a
nurse
outfit.
Listen, I'm just saying, she could have put on a pair of jeans and a shirt, okay? And then at the same time, you approve the photo, right? I'm not saying that what they did was right, because it wasn't. And she definitely has the right to sue, because they were all the way in the wrong. And this was not even subtly racist. It was all the way, racist. But at the same time, don't give the people more to talk about. It's just like when they talk about, other people of other races, or, I'm going to go back with big girls, just because you're big doesn't mean you have to come off as being sloppy or inappropriate. My whole thing is that if we are in an elevated community right now where people feel like they can just target Black people for whatever, don't give them a reason to target you unless you can defend it. That's all I'm saying.
But she's
behind it. I don't care.
But she's like, I think all this says is that she has a job.
Facts. That's actually the best thing you could have won to represent who you are and what you're about. You're a hardworking woman, Black woman. You got your hair. Her hair is done. It's not in a bonnet. She got on the pants of a nurse, the top of a nurse. She got on them damn silly ass shoes that everybody wear. And the Crocs, which is the original
very comfortable
Croc wearers, the nurses. And she's standing in front of a car that she bought on her own. And the way she talking is like that shit paid for. Ain't even got payments.
That's right. She ain't got no loans or no nothing on it. It's hers officially.
Look, if that's
you gonna do all of that and feel all of that and still not drive the car?
Well, she's embarrassed. She was blindsided. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people hold themselves. She just said in the clip, I forgot how she said it, but it was something in a sentiment of, I carry myself well. Like, I'm making my business not to be, somebody who is considered a bad representation of women or Black women or Black people, and to go there with that much pride, like, yo, look, yeah, y'all could take my picture. I'm proud. And then it just, before it even hit, like, she sees it, other people is like, yo, champ, they got you on TikTok, my nigga. And then she go on TikTok and it's looking like, yeah, thanks, Bon Quisha. Like, she's probably devastated. It sounds like a small slight, but it's a personal slight against somebody who worked their ass off. She ain't a nurse in a hospital. She's a nurse's aide or something. They ain't making that much money. She had to save and scrap to get to that point. And to turn around and be an internet meme. She's a meme at this point. That's devastating. That's probably devastating to her.
And I just want to say for the record that I do have two friends that I call, that's not their real name, Bon Quisha, but like sometimes when we go out to the club and your friends gotta make a name. My name be Kulolo, or sometimes it be Laquita, and their name is like Bon Quisha. But we do it as a joke. But at the end of the day, that still is amongst my people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has accepted their name and their role for the night, which is completely different from this situation. I still feel bad for the young lady. I completely understand why she would be embarrassed, by this situation. I think at the end of the day, like I said, she need to take that car back and still continue to, go forward with her lawsuit against them. I know that there are other dealerships out there trying to get at her right now. So whether the car is paid in full or not, she could get her money back and then some. So
honestly, she probably could make more money keeping the car and selling Bon Quisha's Toyota, because That shit right there is now famous.
That's another marketing tool. I'm telling you, this went viral like overnight.
I wouldn't
And
give him that call back.
she found out, like you said, from her friends and other people that was like hitting her up afterwards.
That's messed up.
Word.
So
They like, yeah, I saw you up on.
I didn't realize people
site,
done saw her or whatever. That's ridiculous.
yeah, I mean,
That's
of course,
right.
the dealership fired the employee. However, the dealership has a known history, and they have several Yelp reviews of them being having racist and
Oh, okay.
what is it derogative behavior towards people of color.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's
You didn't start with that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They had a history of that. That would have been
They
nice.
do have a history of that. Even I thought that I'm like, how did this white car dealership even get in this Native American town? But we know how that happened.
Yeah, same way them niggas is everywhere else.
Okay,
They
so
probably,
yeah,
probably
I'm
saying
just
they
like,
0.2% native.
yes, because it definitely didn't show up as no what is it reservation. Okay. So now for our final story of the night, where we went from a woman that was in despair to now we have another young lady who has some serious eye skills. So I'm going to share this video. It's 1 minute and 47 seconds, but I think you're going to enjoy this one, people. And then please feel free to share afterwards.
Bianca Chambers says for 2 days she tracked her stolen Mercedes-Benz all over Detroit. On day 3, she decided to take matters into her own hands. That she did. She confronted the thief.
Stole my At that point, I was just like, dog, I'm not letting this man walk again.
Bianca face to face with the guy she says stole her brand new Benz.
Excuse me, you got that Benz out there? Yes, you do.
It went down Wednesday at a barbershop at Greenfield and Grand River.
He in 7 days west, getting his dreads twisted. Look at my car.
Customers stepped in, making a citizen's arrest. Then Bianca slashed her own tires.
I slashed all the tires and I thought that he was gonna take off, and I didn't know how long it was gonna take for the police to pull up. And I refused to let him pull off again.
Holding him there until Detroit police came.
You will never steal from me again.
Detroit police say officers responded 4 times to Bianca's 911 calls as she tracked the car using a web of social media tips. But when officers got there, the car was gone.
Oh my God. Y'all, I see my car.
The thief so bold, he even made a pit stop at the strip mall where Bianca owns a boutique.
They was driving, they was having a good time. They was smoking, but yes, my car was very clean.
He even got the car detailed. Sources tell Fox 2 the thief, now in police custody, has a history of stealing cars since he was a teen.
You just the dumbest criminal, that's all. Like, you're joyriding in my car. Like, when nobody going to see you?
Reporting on Detroit's West Side, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
That picture is out of pocket. Oh, God.
When I tell you, she needs to join our international detective team, Caramel. The way that she dragged him, did you see how she dragged him?
That?
Yes, that was her. Yeah. That was her. It starts with her. Yes, it starts with her saying, she was like, hey, is that your car out there? And, he must have thought that she was trying to kick it to him. Men in their vanity. I swear to you, it never fails you anytime. He was like, yeah, that's my car. Bitch, that's my... Drag. Did you... I just love how committed to the crazy she was, because she was like, I'm gonna slash all four of my tires. Not only was that smart because he can't get away, but when she puts that in for insurance, insurance is going to replace all four of those tires because now she got this news story to go with why she slashed them. She ain't going to have to pay a penny for that. And she got her car back. Facebook and her friends helped her get her car back. The internet, I'm telling you, it's a devil. One hand, it could be your worst enemy. Look at Bon Quisha. On the other hand, it can help you get your car back and drag a nigga and justify why you did it. Come on, somebody.
I'm just saying that.
I said, come on, somebody.
She's just the best detective I've ever seen. Because I know these police out here, when your stuff gets stolen, they don't be finding nothing.
They don't give a fuck, okay? They don't give a fuck. It don't matter what hood you in. Detroit. All right, motherfucking ATL, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Harlem. It don't matter.
I know. I don't know many people that got their car back after it got robbed. After they got stolen.
When I saw this video,
I
had to watch this shit 3 times because the way that she dragged him. I'm going back. I'm gonna find the picture again. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna go back and find the picture. Go ahead, Karen.
Yeah, I mean, her investigation skills are serious. She was totally committed. Made a citizen's arrest. I mean, that's deep. I guess you want to. I mean, wow. Through the Facebook and your friends, you tracked your car. She in the wrong business.
I thought she had a tracker in that car.
Yeah, she in the wrong business. She needs to be a PI or something.
Do you see this, people? Do you see this? Do you see how she got him?
You wrong for this.
No, he's wrong for this. He's wrong for this.
That nigga was getting his hair done.
Donkey of the day, of the year, because you had the audacity. And then on top of insult, you was riding around the place where she worked in her own hood. See, that's the thing that made her slash her own tires. See, that's the thing that got his head hemmed up. You see that head hemmed up?
His shit looking fresh.
He just got his dreads twisted. That's why he was there.
Yeah, he
was at the barbershop hair salon. Yeah, he was.
I'm just saying, do you want to watch it again? Because the way she scooted him across the floor.
I can't believe that was her. I thought that was one of her brothers.
No, it was her. It was her. It was her. I said, Lord, she's a detective and her own bodyguard. I got to give it up for the girl. I'd hire her. Straight up.
See, now what I don't want is for other people to see this shit and think that's how you're supposed to move, because
I mean, that's not how you're supposed to move, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta do some superhero shit. I just want to know if she had the vaccine or not. I just want to know if she got the vaccine.
She ain't got the vaccine doing shit like that. She's I definitely empathize with, because I mean, getting your shit stolen, oh man, that shit is like a feeling that will make you sad, angry, ready for war, ready to give up, all at the same time.
Violated,
so
you feel violated and vulnerable.
Violated and all of that. But this robber, this thief, he looked like the scrawniest thing I've seen in the world. Now you try that shit with one of these big dudes, it might be a different story. So that's why I'm saying she's a hero, but you gotta use this story with a little grain of salt and not think that this is how you're supposed to move in all situations, because this shit could have went another way. You know what I'm saying? Had she ran across somebody that was a little bit more dangerous. You know what I'm saying? True. But I definitely respect her gears, because oh man, I think this is what everybody who's ever got violated want to do. Like they want to put their hands on a person who had the audacity to take something from them that they worked and bust their ass for, and probably still busting their ass for. Like she probably making payments on that car. That
I just want to say he looked like Lil Wayne on this floor. No offense to Lil Wayne, but he do look like Lil Wayne on this floor back when he was still with Cash Money and them.
I mean, I think what also happened was, they said that he's a known, like he's done this before. So he's probably comfortable because I mean, who keeps people's car and ride around in it for a couple of days after they stole
And
it?
detail it. I mean, detail it.
Yo,
I mean,
you gotta
you
hear.
take that to the chop shop.
You gotta hear what happened. You gotta hear what happened to Sonny. What happened to Rob with his bike? He got a motorcycle. Oh yeah, this nigga came outside and found that his motorcycle was gone. And he like, oh my God, they took the the chain and all of that. And I think he made a police report and all that, and they was like, we're on the case or whatever. He couldn't, and that was it. He said 2 days later, he come outside and he's like, that looked like my bike, but it's now Rob's bike was red, white, like it had some silver in it, some black. It was like this beautiful color. When he came out and saw a bike, the shit was all black. They had painted the shit all black. But he could tell that it was his bike from the eyes. The eyes have, he said when the dude sold it to him, he told him that this is the only one with these LED lights. So when he looked, he said, wait a minute, that can't be my shit. So he went in the house and got his alarm. He said he came out, hit the alarm, his shit lit up. He said, oh, nah. He said, they changed the ignition. They changed the cap with a gas cap. They changed so much shit. Him and his man took the bike and put it in a van and took it to the shop to where he bought it from. And if it wasn't for the fact that he could start it up with the key, he would somebody else got the key to his bike right now because they changed the ignition. It's just crazy. Like I said, you can't make this shit up. And they bought the bike. They stole the bike from the block and bought it back to the same block, painted.
So they live on the block.
Because they live on the block. They probably was watching him, and they were at least trying to be smart enough to, paint the bike black. And I wouldn't be surprised if they rode past the motherfucker once or twice just to see if they could get away with it before they parked it. Right. That's probably why they felt so comfortable enough to park it, because they probably rode past him and was like, oh, he don't know it. All right. But they were stupid because he probably ain't take the alarm off. You see, stupid people always tell on themselves. Right. Just like this motherfucker.
That just remind me of this dude riding around the same neighborhood with that he probably took it from. Like it's all good getting his head done. But you know what? Oh, this is what I wanted to say about this shit. It's possible. I mean, we know now because he's already known as a thief or somebody that's a known thief. But just because you see somebody with your shit doesn't mean that they the ones who took your shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes somebody could take some shit, I got this shit for sale. I mean, I don't want to fuck with it no more, and sell you some shit. And then you riding around like it's all good, and somebody come and bag you over your head with a bat. Like you took their shit, and it's like, I ain't take it. Somebody sold me this shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's the risk when you buy hot shit. All right.
Now we all bought some hot shit now.
I know, but we ain't buying no hot cars though. I don't know about you. I would never buy
I don't buy no hot car.
You know what I'm saying? So you know the risk.
But sometimes niggas be renting cars.
Car, somebody gonna pull up. If the owner and them don't pull up, the cops are eventually gonna pull up. If you don't take that shit to the chop shop or do something with it, to me it would be stupid to try to sell a whole car that you just stole from somebody. All right. I'm more like, with the action bank robber mind. You jacking a car like that, you need to be using it in some kind of form of offense. Not that we condone offenses here, because we don't want people to do illegal actions. I'm speaking from my movie mind. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's the only time that's okay. You want Scarface or you doing some dumb shit like that. Other than that, no.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think, the thing is too, is she caught him off guard. Like he's used to doing it. Yeah. He clearly has done it before. I mean, he used to doing this. I don't think he thought that a person, when he answered the question, he was so caught off guard. That's how come I think she caught him like that.
Yep, because
I think
I
he
gotta
looked
give it
like
to
he
her.
was in disbelief as she was still dragging him. Like he
He
was in
sure
shock.
was.
It was like he was in
See,
shock. He didn't know what was happening because, you know,
he caught him real quick with the one, two,
yeah,
three,
in
4,
shock.
5, 6, 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's another shout out to her because to go through that for like so long, right? And then finally now nail the motherfucker down, and then to have that composure to at least like come in the shop at first and be like, "Hey, how you doing? Is that your car out there?" Like, do you know how much reserve that takes? Because I could not have done it. I would have came through the door firing bullets like da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? It would have been like a whole other like motherfucker, you know, like so for her to show at least that much reserve for the first 5 to 10 minutes, she gets extra props from me. And you know, of course, he felt so laid back, so like, oh, I'm about to drop this, I'm about to get this dime in the car. You know what I'm saying? That he felt so, yeah, that's my car out there. Woo! You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, you was out. You was being dragged, and that was the last thing you said. You see what I'm saying? So again, kudos to her. Shout out to her judo instructor, her boxing instructor, you know, her team of brothers and siblings on the outside that helped her be the person she is today, because she ain't take no cuts. But at the same time, she did luck up. But as far I was gonna say something to that too, as I mean, for all we know, it is Detroit. They carry a lot out there. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Yeah.
that's why she slashed the tires at first, you know, to make sure that he couldn't get away. And she was going to continue that ass beating in one way or another. If she couldn't, he still wouldn't be able to get away with the car. But who's to say that she wasn't strapped? I'm just saying. She went in one way, but that don't mean she wasn't ready for a whole nother type of fight. Because usually you be ready on both ends.
And
Right.
wasn't she following the car in an Uber?
Yeah. Yep. She followed the car in an Uber.
Insurance got to pay for that too.
Oh yeah, he gotta pay for it all. He definitely paid that day. That's why he got dragged. I mean, Homeboy is completely viral. There's gonna be memes for this for the rest of the year. I just can't wait to see what people come up with. You know, he's gonna be a part of a couple of movie memes, a couple of series memes. You know what I'm saying? Anything that have to do with black people. So that is gonna be hilarious. But all I know is Detroit, they always stay packing. So I wouldn't be surprised if old girl was strapped if he was bigger and tried to, you know, like do something else. I just think she was ready to war. It was gonna come down to
So
war.
that's why they say you gotta be careful who you take from.
It's true.
Not everybody you take from, you're gonna get away with it.
Exactly.
So
and then when you take it, you gotta be ready on both ends. The same way they gotta be ready when they come back to get it. So you know.
Yo, did Rock call the police about his stuff?
Yeah, what happened? Did he ever call the police? Did he take it back?
Nah, he said he said his bike was next to another dude's bike on the block. So he went to that nigga and was like, "Yo, who parked that black bike next to your shit?" And he said the dude was like, I don't know him, but I know somebody that know him." You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, real sucker shit, he said. So he was like, yo, tell that nigga I'm reconfiscating my shit. So he said that was the end of it. And then I was like, yo, so you when you go to bed at night, you don't feel no angst because somebody got the key to your shit. Like,
for real. That's what I'm thinking.
Somebody got the key. You got the key to your shit, but somebody else got the key to your shit too.
So wait, he's still parking this outside?
Yeah.
Oh, the audacity. Nah, he ready for it. He ready for all the smoke. He ready for all of the smoke. And I just feel bad. If he ever catch, they better be still. But you know what? The fact that
he ever catch them, I'm not gonna hold you. It's gonna be boots and shoes and elbows and heads, butts,
I know.
and everything else you could think of. Because Rob, one thing about Rob is he is a prolific hands-on nigga. I've seen him make mincemeat of the biggest niggas you ever seen in your life. To the point where I was like, you know, you ain't gotta fight this guy, man. You know what I'm saying? And Rob me.
Nah, but he gonna do it on straight principle. You see his little hands? Them
Yes.
hands ain't nothing to mess with, yo.
This nigga is a mighty nigga.
He is.
Mighty.
He is. Listen.
So yeah, I mean, but you know, we getting older. Like we can't be, you know, out here scrapping every single second for every little thing. You know what I'm saying? Like one of these little young whippersnappers gonna fuck around and get the best of us one day. But I mean, you know, but that's the crazy part. It's like, what do you do? And again, if somebody came to me and said, "Yo, bro, I got this bike. You know, it's cool. I don't want to fuck with it no more. You know what I'm saying? If you interested in it, I'll give it to you for a little $300-400. You know, on some like too good to be true shit." I'm like, "Hey, it's yours? Yeah, it's mine, man. I'm riding this shit all the time." Look. And he give me the key and the key turn, and I'm like, "Oh, all right, man, thanks."
Listen, at the end of the day, I still think
down the street and somebody come and clothesline me.
Nah, he still did, but he still, that's what I'm saying. He still did it diplomatically. He was like, "Oh, you want to say that you know somebody who know? Tell them I'm taking it back." You know what I'm saying? And
right.
He's thorough. He's like, if they want to see me, they can see me at 347-718-516-234. Okay, you know he's thorough because it's not like he gonna run from anything. So the fact that they didn't even like try to, you know, because if I paid money, I would have been like, "I'm sorry, guy, I don't know. I have my receipt right here. Like, look,
right."
You know, but the one who know that they confiscated it, he didn't want the problems. He is, and
he said it's crazy because
that motherfucking life.
Whoever took it put work on the shit because he had fell on the bike a week before, so one of the mirrors was missing and some shit on the back was missing. That shit was replaced. They're like, whoever took this shit was like, "Yo, I'm fixing this shit up and selling it."
Well, look at God. Look at God. He not only did he get his bike back, but he got it back in a
he got himself a better bike. Okay.
And
right. He got
still ready to step to anybody in the streets and catch any of that smoke. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, Rod. I hope you when we post this, I hope you forward it to him. More power to you, bro.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna knock the shit out of them. Okay, it's not even gonna be conversation. It's gonna be like, "How fucking dare you?" You know, so just to be a fly on that wall if it ever happens. Woo. All right, people. Thank you for another episode wrapped up. This was fun. A lot of good hot topics to talk about. Definitely a lot of different views. Like, subscribe, share. Outside of that, we'll catch you on the flip side.
Peace, family.
Hey, good night, everybody.
All right, good night. Love y'all, ladies.
Love you too.